Alvin's POV. "I'm not Jalen, I'm Hort," he said in a terrifying wolfish voice. The alpha cleared its throat. A wolf shouldn't talk to its alpha like that, but Jalen's father wasn't angered because he knew it might be because of the pain he just went through. Hort R. Before the alpha had the chance to finish his sentence, the wolf, like a flash, ran and skipped the high fence of the pack house like it was nothing. Every one of us was so shocked that we couldn't help but open our mouths wide, but not for too long because they had to follow him. Some even had to use the gate instead of the fence. Even my father later told me that it wasn't so easy in his body flying the fence so fast like the seconds he landed. I didn't get to see what happened until the alpha and my father entered the pack house bearing naked Jalen in his hands. It was later Jalen himself explained to me that it was a very little girl that he was going to run past that bowed even before he was close. It was then his wolf slowed and looked at her. She called him Alpha, and all the terror in his body was calm and he was able to get control of his body with her voice. As from that time, Jalen was feared due to his fierceness. Even when battling with enemies, he isn't afraid of entering their middle. He's been fighting war since age 10. Not that his father asked him. He went on his own accord. The alpha was angry but was also proud at how he took them all down. His father gave him the title of the alpha officially at age 18 and mine gave me the beta even though I wasn't ready. Jalen was always so harsh on me, but I was glad because I learned a lot with him. When he became the alpha, his rage fully came to blow. I do wonder why he is always angry, and I've thought about it 1,000 times, still came to no conclusion. I've tried to help him control it but nothing is working. Now he is going to unleash his anger on that poor old woman. I so much pity her, but I don't pity the idiot that caused all these. She deserves everything the alpha will do for her. Such a slut. I walked briskly to Sally's chambers because it's almost midnight and I needed to get home. I know Jalen was intentionally keeping me here, but I wasn't angry. I just want to get this done and leave. Me getting to Sally's door, I knocked mildly because I knew the old woman would have probably been asleep. "Who's that?" I heard her small voice. It pained me that I had to wake her, but I had no choice. If it was to be determined by me, I would treat the issue tomorrow, but Jalen is not a very patient person. "Alvin," I replied. "Come in, the door is not locked." I walked in to see the old lady already seated. "Don't feel guilty. I wasn't asleep," she smiled. I sighed in relief. I've known Sally all my life. She's way older than our parents. We even heard that she was a warrior before she settled down to be the head maid of the pack house. She was working not for money but for idleness. She is someone who doesn't like to be idle, neither will she allow anyone to be idle. "Why are you here, sir?" she asked. I've told her to always call me by name but she wouldn't accept. "The alpha sent me to get you," I replied. Sally looked at me to say more but I didn't. I wasn't ordered to tell her what happened, and even if I wasn't ready to scare the poor old woman. "Give me a few minutes to get dressed properly," she said. I nodded at her and I left. Sally's POV. As I dressed to go see the alpha, I was thinking about what could have happened that he couldn't wait till morning to summon me. I knew something was definitely wrong since it was his beta that came to summon me himself. Even looking at the beta's face, it was clearly explained that something is definitely wrong. It couldn't be the interiors, or could it? I asked myself. Or did Sam fail to send it? The alpha wouldn't make a big deal out of it. I don't even know what to think again. I know how cantankerous our alpha is, and I do avoid anything that would cause his rage on me. I knew he wouldn't be in his chambers because he scarcely allowed anyone in his chambers, so I went to his office and I was right. Before I entered, I prayed that it wouldn't be that I had offended him. Jalen's POV. Alvin was seated patiently in front of me. He has received over 10 calls from his mate. He kept on calming her down that he would soon be home, and that was making me vexed. I think he shouldn't be pacifying her but telling her with a firm voice that he is coming home. I think all male who cower at the sight of their mates are weak. Even Hort agreed with me. I smelt Sally coming and I frowned. Alpha, she bowed immediately when she came in. I looked at her for a while before I talked. I don't even need to say a word. I know she was feeling the heat of my glare and that she was still bowing her head. Watch this, I put my phone on the table playing the video for her to see. She took the phone and I could see the utmost shock on her face. She started to cough and quickly paused the video. Easy, Alvin said. How dare you give out my private line to such an annoying person, I growled at her. Alvin was giving me a please take it easy look, but I don't care. All I want is for them to fish out the silly girl who sent me this so I can rip her to two. I'm so sorry, Alpha, she pleaded. She knew there's nothing she would say that would make sense to me right now. I know I was the one who authorized you to give one who could help you my number, but didn't I tell you to make sure you give it to someone you trust? I asked firmly. I did, Alpha, Sally said weakly. I could see that she was so devastated at what was happening. She was even shaking. How could you trust a slutty one with my number? I bawled. I was getting so angry. The image of the girl wouldn't even leave my head. I didn't watch it, but the little I saw couldn't stop playing. She stuttered. I gave it to the most decent lady I could think of. I didn't know she would even do this, Alpha, she said, quivering. She really feared for Sam. She didn't even fear her little life as much as she feared for the girl. I snorted at that word. If she's the most decent, then all my maids are all die-hard prostitutes, I growled. No, Alpha. I'm really sure there is an explanation for this. She wouldn't have sent you this on purpose, she defended. She herself didn't know if the girl could do it or not, but she had to say something to ease the Alpha's rage. She was so disappointed and angry. She sure must have an explanation for this, I said, glaring at her. I'm ready. I cut her off. Say no more. Just make sure you provide me with this lady in my office first thing tomorrow morning. Else, I would have you serve her punishment, I said. I left the office without saying another word. I could hear Alvin sigh in relief.
Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.